Thank you for taking the time to learn about the Thrive campaign for the Southern Ohio Synod. Let's start our time together with a video that shows what this campaign seeks to accomplish.
What causes something like this to happen is a great need. We have a saying in the church that the need is the call. Identifying the great needs in Southern Ohio is one of the ways that God calls us to action. Now it's time to do God's work with our hands. It's time to go out and it's time to actually make a difference because God has revealed it to us and the need is the call.
As Lutherans, oftentimes we can't share our own story about Jesus and how Jesus Christ has touched our lives and how God's love is impacting in our lives. So what we really need are people who are excited about their faith, and then we can help them articulate their faith moving out into the neighborhood.
I love the word thrive because it's not just getting through life, it's not getting through the to-do list, it's actually thriving, it's actually living the days and living the life that God gives us.
More money will obviously lead to more ministry because it's going to be funneled into specific goals that the Thrive campaign has established, which came out of feasibility study where the whole synod was interviewed, revealed that there is a real need for the strengthening of lay leadership, strengthening of rostered ministers, some guidance with worship and support for current ministries that are happening, as well as a goal to plant some new congregations in the synod.
Our goals for this Thrive campaign are equipping lay leaders.
I think you will find that your council presidents and those who sit on council who will have some additional training and skills, that will be reflected in the ministries that are done in the congregation. And when you get elected to that position and you go, wait a minute, I can't do this, then you're going to know that the church is there to help equip you to do the job that God is calling you to do.
Building up leaders for smaller congregations.
One of the goals in the church is to actually help smaller congregations. And one of the biggest problems smaller congregations have is having a worship leader, either a pastor. There are a number of parishes where we have one pastor who splits time between a number of different churches. But that's always hard to get together because you have to have the churches agree.
Small congregations are kind of near and dear to my heart because I'm over on the southeast side of the state, and a lot of the congregations there have hit difficult financial times and have gotten to the point where they can no longer afford even a part-time pastor. The drive is still there. They want to make a difference in their community. They don't necessarily know how, and so they're looking for the guidance.
Strengthening rostered ministers.
Seminary debt is a big issue in the world today. It hinders people from fulfilling God's call for their lives. It's hard on families, it's hard on individuals, and for a lot of people, because they can't afford it, they feel like they cannot afford to follow God's call. Being able to have collegiality, also coaching, is invaluable.
Launching new congregations.
It's amazing to me that we have lost the sense as Lutherans of what it means to start new congregations. You look at the demographics, as Columbus moves towards Marysville, there's going to be whole areas of people living in this world, which is a broken and fallen world, who just don't have the opportunity to hear what we have to offer. And we have the chance to be Christ to a lot of different people. And so when people say, why start a new church? I think to myself, how can we not?
Enhancing worship practice.
God is not just in the church. God's people are sent to join in what God is already doing. We come together in the church because we need to be rejuvenated, we need to come together, we need to be encouraged, and we need to celebrate. So it's good to have places where people can be sure to find us, because the rest of the time we are scattered out in the world doing God's work.
The base goal of the Thrive campaign is $1.2 million in support by the end of 2021, with a challenge goal of $800,000 to invest in leaders and make a greater impact in Southern Ohio.
There are obviously lots of ways to give, and personally can attest to giving with time and gifts and things like that. But in this case, we are looking for financial gifts, and the best story I've heard about that is, we can hear someone say, we'd like you to give $1,000 to this campaign, and your immediate reaction is $1,000 is a lot. Well, could you afford $1 a day? I could afford $1 a day. Well, $1 a day over a year, $365, and over the course of a 3-year campaign, you've reached the goal.
Whether you can give a gift of $1 per day or feel called to provide a gift of $5,000, $25,000 or more, you will help the congregations and ministry leaders in Southern Ohio to thrive.
It's something you can do for yourself, for your congregation, for the Synod, and for the ELCA.
Why thrive now? Well, why wait?
My community is going to thrive from giving to this campaign. They're going to learn so much more about how much Jesus is in the world and how much good can be done.
I am excited for the Thrive campaign because I think that's going to help our Synod to do exactly that, to thrive and to be the presence of Christ in our state.
God's presence is here.
God is working in the Southern Ohio Synod to thrive in this campaign.
I really believe that God's presence through the Holy Spirit is in all of our congregations, from our really little ones to our really big ones and everybody in between. I think our church will grow. That's what this campaign can do. We are going to go places that we've not gone before.
For more information about the Thrive campaign, contact the Southern Ohio Synod office below.
As you know, life in the church is changing. We seek, as the Southern Ohio Mission Territory, to embrace that change and be prepared to lead through becoming stronger leaders and more vibrant congregations in the next several years. Thrive will enable us to invest in what is needed to transform our church to become more relevant and important in the years ahead. It will also allow us to counter the decline and scarcity as we invest in our rostered leaders and ministers, lay leaders, small congregations, music leaders, and people who haven't yet heard the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and much, much more. Here's what we are asking you to do. But first, actually, we want to share what we are not asking. We aren't asking you to increase your budget support for the Southern Ohio Synod right now. Instead, we want to help you increase stewardship to your congregation and then increase your mission support to the Synod. We have learned from others that the best way to do this is to cast a vision for what God can do in the future as the Synod partners with you in ushering in a vibrant future. We want to invite your members to give an extra gift for this special project to position the church to be more relevant now and in the future. And we want to invite people to make up their own mind if they choose to support this effort. So here's what we are asking you to do. Lift up a leader or leadership team to learn more about this effort. We encourage you to send us your stewardship team for training, and we will train them in how to do a special gift appeal. We invite them to practice on the Synod, but they will have the training and tools to help you with special fundraising needs of your own, as well as the resources to lead a special effort on behalf of the Synod for the Thrive campaign. And remember, this campaign is about helping your congregation and its leaders to be more equipped for ministry today. Then we ask you to designate a 5-week period that the Synod's story can be shared. At the end of this time of sharing, we will invite your members to consider a gift over and above what they give to your church to this effort. They are welcome to say no, but our experience is that they will want the church to thrive and they will want to give something extra to this effort. Then this giving will happen through your church, and later we will teach you to convert this giving to the congregation, particularly for the Synod, but also for your initiatives. Finally, we will help you raise up planned gifts for your congregation and other projects because of our partnership in ministry. If your first thought was, we can't afford to do this because giving to our own congregation is too low, then we recommend that you sign up for the Stewardship for All Seasons, where you will focus on congregational stewardship. History shows that participation in this program should help grow giving by at least 15% in revenue this year. Then perhaps it will be easier to look to give outside your own needs. At the same time we say this, it has been proven over and over again in the church that people, when informed, motivated, and asked, are excited to step up their giving. So we are timing this campaign that you don't need to do it during the fall when the focus is likely on your own stewardship drive, or at the end of your year-end giving. Instead, we offer this in the winter and spring and see how it is that your people want to invest in the future of the church and its leadership. But our goal is simple, really. We want every Lutheran across the Southern Ohio area to hear the story of Thrive and make up their own mind about whether or not to support this effort. Please give everyone in your congregation the opportunity to hear the story and respond as they wish. Once we complete funding for these projects, we will work with you to develop planned gifts for an endowment or a long-term funding need that you identify. This is really to help you and is a demonstration of how it is that we are church together. Training for congregational leaders for the Thrive campaign, whether your stewardship team or others, will take place in the fall of 2019. And the dates should be shared with you in the material you have. If you don't know the dates, please visit our website. Please make sure that you have your folks present for the training where they will learn how to conduct a special gift appeal and receive the materials to lead the Thrive campaign. We have launched this campaign to assist your congregation and your leaders to enhance your impact and ministry, and we look forward to working together. Please return your congregational acceptance form, congregational leader appointment form, and suggested dates for your appeal so that we can help you work toward improving your stewardship and engagement in this process. If you're still cautious about your participation, send your stewardship team or other leaders to the training. Let us walk them through the details of this campaign. If you decide after this training not to participate, you can still get the manual and the teaching of how to conduct a special gift appeal. So one more time, please vote tonight to participate in this appeal. Return your congregation leader appointment form and send your leaders to the training. You or your leaders can let us know what dates work best for your appeal. I am really excited about this campaign. It is for you and for us to help our local congregation and your leaders to thrive in ministry and share God's love in Jesus Christ. Together we can be a part of ushering in a new day for the church in Southern Ohio. And thanks for joining me in that journey. If you have questions, ask. Or you can email thrive@southernohiosynod.org, and we will be in contact with you.